After a brief break, the Henry van Breda murder case resumes in the Western Cape High Court. He's on trial for killing his parents and brother at their family home. A psychologist is expected to shed some light on van Breda's behavior following the killings and how his medical condition could have seen him black out on the night of the attack. Well, ENC's Artie Nasi is following the story for us. She's outside court already this morning. Artie, a very good morning to you. Can you just recap for us what happened up until this break?
Good morning, Yuveka. Well, when we left off, Judge Siraj Desai made it very clear that he doesn't want to spend any more time on this case and he wants to wrap it up as soon as possible. So we're hoping to finish by the end of the week. Now, before we left off, Henry van Breda was diagnosed with juvenile epilepsy after spending a few days at Somerset West Hospital. This came to light in the court, and then Piet Botha, the defense advocate, then asked to call two additional witnesses. Firstly, a doctor to testify about this condition that Henry van Breda has just been diagnosed with, and then a psychologist also to testify about his state of mind on that particular night. Now, the defense is calling this psychologist in particular because of questions asked by Judge Siraj Desai as well as the prosecution about Henry van Breda's actions on the night, particularly why he didn't take action and try and save his parents from this alleged masked axe attacker.
All right, and what's he seemed like so far, Artie? I mean, we also heard him on the stand not too long ago. There was the whole issue around that time about his speech impediment and how that would affect testimony and all of that. Just up until now, what has Henry van Breda seemed like in court and just his demeanor and all the activity around him, especially from his family as well?
Well, Henry van Breda has remained very calm and composed throughout the trial, but I will remind you that we did see him get quite emotional behind the scenes on two different occasions when giving his testimony. Interestingly, the judge observed that the last time we were in court, that Henry van Breda was looking quite sickly, quite not his usual self, and his defense advocate joked and said that the ill manner in which he looks, or his sickly look, is something that's very normal. So it's interesting to see that whether the diagnosis as well of this juvenile epilepsy will take an effect on his overall appearance in the courtroom and whether it'll have an impact on his health.
And up until this point, Artie, still no word or nothing we're hearing about his sister who survived that attack, and he's said to have sort of suffered amnesia throughout all of this. Have we heard anything about maybe if she might at some point be asked to take the stand, or what's happening with her?
Well, Marley van Breda, the only survivor of this attack, was on the state witness list, but the state did make it clear that she will not be called because she suffers from retrograde amnesia and she cannot recall the events of that night, and neither is she on the defense witness list. So unfortunately, we won't be able to hear any testimony from her, and I think it's quite a big thing because she is, aside from Henry van Breda, she's the only other person that can actually give any insight as to what exactly happened on the night of the murders.
All right, thanks very much. That case resuming today. ENC's Artie Nasi outside court for us.